Welcome to The Perspective, back at it again on another record-breaking week. Excited to be in the studio. We've got a couple weeks of traveling coming up with the Red Shoe Tour, so I want to talk about that for a minute. You're headed out next week for the Red Shoe Tour.
Yeah, Red Shoe Tour starts officially on Tuesday of next week, so next Red Shoe Tuesday. We will be out and for 2 weeks solid coming to see you and spend some time. The Red Shoe Tour is something that we did our very first year in business, and it's stuck with us and kind of caught on. It's our Q2 visit to all the teams, but it's just different than the other visits we do. It's more official in nature. The presentation that we give is pretty dialed in, going over company updates and the vision and where the business is heading. It's become one of those staple things within our organization that we do every year.
It's kind of the opportunity for everybody to see, hey, what has happened in the business and then what is going to happen in the business. What's the direction, the future from you as the CEO? What direction are we taking Radix?
Yep, that's it. So you got to wait to see it's coming, build some anticipation here, but we're excited to go out there and spend that time and go through it. And it's appropriately named the Red Shoe Tour. You're wearing the shirt today, others over self. Red shoes represent the street on the feet, the feet on the street.
There we go.
And the reps bleeding in the field, the sacrifices being made in order for us to be successful as an organization. This was a company built by the people for the people. Our vision statement was created by our salespeople, and it's something that we believe in and live by every single day, that we're going to go help people live a life of purpose through building wealth through this opportunity. And that's what Red Shoe Tuesday is all about, and also our Red Shoe Tour.
Yeah, we've hired a couple people to the corporate team in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We typically always go and buy them red shoes. It's something that we do for the corporate team. And it's my favorite time because we get to sit down and explain to them what it means and why they're going to put on red shoes. And the guy yesterday says, so is the red mean for like, you're like bleeding for your people in the street, the bloody feet? And he's kind of going through this whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's such a cool opportunity for everybody, regardless of what their position is, to go make sure they're thinking about each one of you out there. So excited for that, for you guys to be able to go out and do that. Don't miss those meetings. That is not one you want to miss. Don't miss those meetings. They're fun. They're exciting. There's incentives. There's gear. There's just stuff that you're going to want to be a part of.
Yep.
So don't miss those.
For sure.
Record-breaking week last week on a day and week. We broke both of those records last week.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a more natural crescendo into full production summer mode than this year.
I feel like in 20 plus years of sales, your favorite word has been crescendo this time of year. It's like always like January, we got a crescendo in recruiting. We got a crescendo in numbers. Yep. And it's been beautiful. It's like the perfect bell curve.
This year, like I couldn't have like painted it out better. We had a goal to be at an average of 150 a week. So a total of 600 deals. We're actually pacing to break that right now. I was looking at the data this morning. We should be around 7 to 750 in the month of May, which is just a beautiful uptick in production into it. And now from here, it really is just those little tweaks, right? You get the guy that's doing 5 a week to go do 6 or 7, right? Or the closers to do one more close or whatever that is. Those little tweaks, it's usually hours on the doors, little techniques and training and how efficient you're being with your time. It's all of those tweaks that then go lead into June that ends up being typically our biggest month of the year.
Quake gave a training about the 4 seasons of the summer, and it works on an individual level, right? May is a season of getting dialed, kicking off the rust, figuring it out, depending on, if you're a rookie rep, a veteran rep, whatever it is. And June is the time where it kicks up, right? We get the Mamba competitions, all those things that happen. So excited for that. Top office on the week. Once again, we might as well just hit playback over the last 5 weeks. Team Arbor absolutely crushing it. And once again, top office on the week.
Yeah, congrats on being number one. Something kind of fun with our new CRM. We just have access to so much more data. I was looking at the data this week, looking at the top office by kilowatt. It was still Arbor, even though system sizes are smaller in California. They were still the top office with over 500 kilowatts sold last week, 553 kilowatts on the week.
No big deal.
Number 2 office was actually Alpha out of Dallas. So congrats, Payson and team. That team was at 400 kilowatts for the week. And then from there, Tribus, that Bay Area team, 272, Absolute at 266, Synergy at 232, Team Faith at 168. Team Faith had a breakout week. They had a PR week for Team Faith, which
Lee
was
is
awesome.
dominating down
Oh,
there.
he is crushing. He
is
got it.
absolutely dominating. Fun to see those guys picking it up and catching some steam. They're going to be exciting to watch for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Driven is going on right now as we speak. You're seeing some of these huge numbers out of Arbor and then out of Team Alpha and Exclusive because championship round, they're in it. All these guys this week.
Yeah, so there's 5 teams. The way we do that championship is you have your 2 winner bracket teams that are in it, and then from there you also have your 3 consolation bracket that
the
go
wild
in,
card.
the wild card teams that go in to create that final 5. And when you go look at who those teams are, who's on those teams, it is going to be a very competitive week to see who takes home the Driven crown and wins this first. We've done Driven every year, but the first time we've done it in the month of May when we're full steam ahead and everyone's competing.
Yeah, exciting to see this week. Yesterday, another record-breaking day, but in a different way. The Maloof Foundation, we had our donation week that started yesterday. It'll run through Memorial Weekend into the end of May. But yesterday, we broke the record for total donations in a day. We were around 35,000.
Yeah, over 35,000 in one day. It's the most we've ever pulled in at the start of a week where we're raising funds for it. The goal this year is to hit 100 grand in total funds raised. The thought that's been on my mind predominantly lately, I was actually listening to a book, Beyond Order, Jordan B. Peterson, but he's talking about when things are acceptable versus not acceptable. And the question that kept reoccurring in my mind are, how many children is it acceptable to be sold into slavery, sex slavery? Like, what's the acceptable number? Is it 1 out of 300 kids?
It's like almost audacious you to even ask the question, right?
Right, but that's why. Like, I'm just like, man, it is just not acceptable. Like, how in our world today, with all the modern conveniences and technologies that exist, how is this still a thing that's existing in the shadows? Like, gosh, we've solved massive problems as a human race. Like, how have we not solved the problem of how we're protecting children? And to me, there's no number there that's acceptable. So for us to continue in that fight and to make a difference, to be truly on watch, right? To be the front lines helping protect this is such a cool cause to be involved in. And then like you go see at our sales force and the customers and everything else that get involved in it. It's just so cool.
Here's my plea for everyone. Make sure you donate. Radix matches dollar for dollar. Maloof pays all of the overhead. So all of the money, I mean, it's almost like two and a half timesing your money as a donation to a charity by doing it that way. If you can afford $5 or $10, do it. Because I would love to see every single person donate and participate in the principle of giving back. This is your opportunity. So my plea with you is, no matter what the dollar amount is, go donate.
Let's continue to break records and push the needle up, and looking forward to seeing everyone soon. Thank you for being a part of another episode of The Perspective. Nick, thanks for joining me here in the studio today. We love you guys. It's Red Shoe Tuesday. Let's go make a difference for others today.
Thanks, guys.